is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Oh, man.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Boy, oh boy. Nothing gets you going for a decom like Brand yawning during the intro. That's when I know. That's when I know.
The people couldn't see it. I'm a pro. I wouldn't have done it on camera.
You don't think they could hear it? You think it was off mic?
I had it muted.
You had it muted.
Yeah.
Wow. We could hear it loud and clear in the studio.
Yeah.
Big inhale there.
I don't know what to tell you.
Big inhale.
I just try to be a pro, and
That's
then
right.
and then you foil it.
I foil it.
You're a foiler. It is
foiler.
a return to decom today.
Oh boy, Brand.
Return to Halloweentown, which,
Nicely
believe it or
done.
not, is
Yeah.
the fourth. Return to Halloweentown seems like the sequel.
A sequel. Yeah,
Not
Batman
the
Returns. Return
Yeah.
of the King is the third, actually. I've never heard of a fourth being a return.
So
but
here we are. Now we've
are.
done it. We're talking Return to Halloweentown today. Dan, how are we doing with reviews? Is it good news? Is
as
it bad
good
news?
as we were last week at this time, Brand, which means no new reviews.
No.
Stuck at 170.
No.
The math is not mathing for you guys. So that, it is what it is.
But
leave us a review.
I don't appreciate the negativity here.
We need words of encouragement.
we need words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Shows take off, Dan.
Shows take off.
And what's stopping us from having a big surge?
Big surge. A blitz, if you will.
A blitz, if you will, and
That's
I
right.
will. I will indeed. All right, Return to Halloweentown. It's the fourth. It's the final Halloweentown movie,
Our 66th movie review.
and
here
it
on
is
Decom Descendants.
and it is the one without the original
Kimmy
the
J.
OG Marnie, Kimmy J. She's not in it, so we'll see how that affects things. Okay. Only thing missing is some sort of delish.
Is that what we do next?
Can't,
D&D comes stands for delish.
I can't possibly move on without some sort of delish.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not
What do we
skipping
have here?
it this week. Aaron, what do we have?
Yeah, so we had a cafeteria scene, so a lot of food options.
Yes.
I wasn't personally thrilled. One looked like it was like deviled egg eyeballs. I don't know. There were just some things I was like, not doing creative lunch options that I just wasn't going for. And so I figured I would pay tribute to the way the mom is always trying to get in touch with her kids via various forms of water around houses. So I figured I would make a cocktail. And this cocktail is called the Witch's Brew.
Witch's Brew. Okay.
It's basically ginger ale, vodka, and some pureed kiwi fruit with a splash of mint.
All right. Here we go. Witch's Brew. Cheers, everybody.
I mean, without the vodka, it's basically a fruit smoothie.
Is this a no vodka situation?
Nope, it's a full vodka.
It's a full vodka situation. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I put in less mint than the recipe said, and I would almost put in a tad less.
Yeah.
But
It's
As
mint
per
forward.
usual, I want
More
there
mint?
to be carbonation in a clear liquor beverage. I don't know what that is. Like, I just feel like if it was carbonated, it was better. But I like the flavor profile, and I don't think it's too much mint. I like the mint. I think I would go stronger on the mint, personally.
I think with more carbonation, it would balance out the mint.
Like a mojito, but there's definite, like a carbonated soda water with it is like the best mojito. It's fantastic.
Mojito, if you will.
With a little bit of passion fruit in it, but a lot of mint and like really strong carbonation.
Why do you think it's called a Witch's Brew?
I mean, it looks kind of like it's got a bunch of
looks
different
kind of-
things in it.
Yeah.
The problem is I do enjoy the taste. There's something about the smell that actively hurts my nose. But
I thought you were going to say it was the texture because you don't like pulp.
no, I think the taste. It's the flavor is great, but when I because my nose goes in, into the cup,
That's how that works.
and I get a lot of it.
I'll
For the
serve.
smell.
Next time, I'll give you a straw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't have any around here.
We don't have any straws. We're fresh out of straws.
Notoriously out of straws.
Let's do this.
here.
Let's take a break.
I've always have straws nearby.
That's right.
Let's take a break. Let's come back. Let's do Return to Halloweentown.
love
All
it.
right.
Last time we're heading there, guys. This is the last time.
Debbie Reynolds didn't do any more after this.
No more
Just
chin.
Debbie.
What about the Wiggles?
Decom Descendants.
Good job, Dan.
Thank you. Somebody's got to keep us on track, you know?
Welcome back, everybody. It is Decom Descendants today. Return to Halloweentown. Quick programming notes.
Ooh.
We will be off next week, Memorial Day week. Take the week off.
Take the week.
And then we'll be back in June with Jump In. And we'll be jumping into quite the next batch of movies.
Yeah.
You want to throw an encore up?
We're heading into, yeah, maybe we will.
Throw an encore up.
Come back in June, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Great batch of movies coming up. We're heading into another golden era.
I always hear this.
It's
and
another.
Then it's like,
they're different. There's different golden eras.
they're different.
Yeah, they're different shades of gold. All right, Return to Halloweentown, the fourth and final time, October 20th, 2006. So right there, right before Halloween.
Thematic.
Getting in the Halloween
I want to know
spirit.
now that you know how to find this information, not that you didn't before, but now that I've heard one stat on viewers for a DCOM, I want to know how many live action viewers for this movie.
7.5 million viewers.
You think so? Or did you look
No,
it up?
it's right there.
So that's huge. That's a bit like 8.3 is the best ever at this point. So this movie went bonkers for Disney. It did really well.
Well, High School Musical was like 7.7.
something like that.
And
yeah.
Cheetah Girls 2 was 8.3.
Yeah.
So we're in it. We're in it.
You're
This
in
is
it right
We're
now.
in
This
it.
is it.
This is the peak of.
This is peak DCOM.
Yep.
Peak DCOM. It is written by 4 people: Mac Insco, Annie DeYoung, Juliet, and Keith Giglio. Louis
out.
out.
He heard how small the world was, and he was like, I can't.
And it's directed by Percy Jackson. Kidding, it's David Jackson. It is starring
Percy's brother?
yes, starring Joey Zimmerman, Judith Hogue, Lucas Grabeel, and Debbie Reynolds is in it. And
they got Lucas Grabeel? That's unbelievable.
And of course, we have Sarah
Kimberly
Paxton.
J. Sarah Paxton.
Sarah Paxton.
Sarah Paxton is wonderful. She's wonderful.
Sure.
She's not Kimberly J. Brown.
She's not my Marnie. I'll say
Not
that
my
much.
Marnie.
Hashtag not my Marnie.
Yeah, it's conflicting emotions.
It is. Okay, so this movie picks up apparently a year after the last one, and then we all remember the last movie, Portal, whole thing.
Yeah,
It's we're full Portal
was
now.
second
Portal-
movie.
Yes,
and
but then they tried
then they tried to shut it down. That's right.
right?
Well, they were trying to shut the portal down forever.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a bit hazy because we do open the portal at the end of the second one.
Yes.
Because Halloweentown High happens.
Yeah, but then the third one is about
There's a group of people that want to separate
Yes,
them.
because
and
they
they're
bring-
trying to
And
try
we're
to
proving
close it back.
Yes, they
Yeah.
bring
But
in
they're
the
unsuccessful, so it has been open since the
it has been
second
open,
one.
and we also can prove that people from Halloweentown can live in the mortal
That's
realm.
right.
Yes, they can.
Got it.
Okay, so Marnie, she looks a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe she got a haircut. And she's at home. She's using her magic to do some spring cleaning. You know, she's getting rid of some clothes. She's packing up a little bit. What's she packing for? Which university?
University.
Which one? And her mom is not thrilled when she finds this out. She kind of kept that secret from her mom for as long as possible. But there's nothing that she can say about it now. She is going to which university?
So
right.
at this
Full
point
Scully.
in, like, she is packing.
Yeah.
Where did her mom think she was going?
One of the others.
It is
one of the
weird
other.
that her mom goes from no college to you're leaving right now for college.
Like,
For which-
where did
what
mom?
university?
Did mom think she was taking a gap year?
Full
Like,
Scully, baby, to which university? She said nothing to no one.
That's right. So she heads outside. She hops into the portal to go to Halloweentown, and
she asks no questions about the fact that Dylan is coming with her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she asks Dylan to carry her suitcase, and he just does.
he's just a good brother there.
So good for him.
So she shows up, and apparently we find out that this is the 1000th year of Halloweentown. Why is that important?
Well,
Well, maybe we will go back to 1,000 years ago and find out what Halloweentown.
you know
was
what?
like
Halloweentown, a
before.
day is 1,000 years, and 1,000
Amen,
years
brother.
is a day.
You said
Amen.
it. That's right. So Marnie shows up, and she's confused as to why the witch school, which university, has a no magic rule. Which fair? It's a fair question to have. You would
Which
think
witch
that
were you using in that sentence?
in that so which university and then
Which?
Which
WHICH, which is
witch?
We
confusing.
should make a sandwich shop. Hear me out, Brand.
Yeah.
You know how sandwich
Yeah.
ends? witch sandwich.
Right.
I
But
think
what
that
if
would be
we
a
short
great
it to
idea.
which?
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Is that good?
It's unbelievable.
That's
Hear
good.
And then
me
we
out.
have a sandwich college called Witch University.
That's
Well,
right.
we have which, and it's inside a laundromat.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
I can get a sandwich while I do my laundry.
That's actually pretty
Outta
great.
here.
So Marnie shows up.
Whole
She's
restaurant.
confused about
Fries.
the no magic rule. She makes a friend.
Nice cold beer.
Cheese fries and a draft beer with laundry. You effing kidding me right now?
Let's make America great again.
I
right.
love cheese fries.
I had cheese fries last night.
From where?
From where?
Oh, we went to Bar Margaret. They had loaded
Oh.
fries.
Yeah, those are good.
Where's Bar Margaret again?
West Greenville.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway,
Not
Hope-
that Greenville. It's
I
in
hope-
West Greenville.
I hope everybody else likes cheese fries too. So she makes a new friend. Her name is
Not
Anissa,
in this movie, but I should have showed up with cheese fries. I've just been like, because.
because I watched the movie and then I had cheese fries. Anissa, who is a genie.
Yep.
And
First in her family to be accepted to which university?
Wow.
and the
Big deal.
reason why is
Broke the
because
genie barrier.
that's exactly right. So Ethan, who is from the last one, as you recall,
Yep.
who they did,
Pop into the top.
Ethan and Marnie did not have a romantic
No.
relationship.
No,
in
His
the-
dad tried to
Extreme-
shut the whole thing down.
Yeah,
Yes.
extremely platonic friends where she didn't trust him for half the movie.
But don't worry.
but now it just like he's like looking at her, and
Yeah.
she's, like,
She's looking at
there's-
him, and
there he is.
When they
Rapunzel
see each
bits.
other, all they can be is like, hey.
Um,
Hey.
And Ethan and Anissa explained the no magic rule is actually because of Marnie. When she showed up and the portal was, now permanently
Open
open
forever.
and all that stuff happened, a lot of witches left to go to the mortal world, to go to university, to be even
They were
further away
invited to
from mom
come.
and dad. You know what I mean?
it's a lot of witches' invitations.
Yes, exactly right. Very many. And so they opened up Witch University to non-witches and banned magic to even the playing
Even the
field.
playing field.
That's exactly
that
right.
would defeat
Yeah.
the whole purpose of Witch University, in my estimation. But what do I know? They're just teaching gen ed there.
Yeah.
just gen
What
ed.
you need to know is
Yeah.
is which university a place for witches to go to hone their magic craft?
No.
No. It's just a fun name for a college that happens to be in
If you wanted
Halloweentown.
to major in like biology, you
Probably.
would go to
You
could
Witch
do that.
University.
You could do that.
And now you can go even if you're not a witch.
That's
the name is really just of a begotten era at this point.
Yes.
And at that point, if you're not actually training witches to be witches, give me a punnier name.
Yeah.
Anything. Like,
100%. We also meet
even Halloweentown U. Like
Halloweentown U.
Yeah, come on.
Cromwell College.
Witch University, it's just misleading. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
They should have pivoted away from that name when they
I'm
started.
not mad about it 20
when they
years
started-
later.
When they
you
started
could be
letting,
just a normie and go to Witch University.
yeah.
Well, they don't say that. They don't ever say that mortals go there.
That's true, but they allude to the fact that anyone can
Anyone
go.
could.
In theory.
No magic required.
Okay, so we also meet the Sinister Sisters, Scarlet, Sapphire, and Sage. They are the daughters of Silas Sinister, who is in charge of Witch University.
And
Look
they're
at you
using
getting all those names.
Yeah,
They
it's
said
a
it
good
on
job reading
Wikipedia. They-
Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
they
really good
listed
job.
it.
They also
They
I was
are-
so proud of you because I was like, I couldn't tell you a single one of those sisters'
No,
names.
And I
Me
thought
either.
their names were
No.
going to matter more. I could have
Okay.
just said the Sinister Sisters. I'm sorry, everybody.
And
I got in the
also-
weeds
but
there.
I'm
There-
really proud of you for like doing the
I did
journalism.
I did the research.
I'm proud of
No,
you
do
for
your
that
own
and for
research.
trying Yogurt Brand, but you need to know those names don't matter. What
No, they
matters
don't.
is that they're using magic all willy-nilly, just flying in the face of all the rules.
And having like boys do magic on their behalf,
Yeah.
like they're up to no good. I tell you what.
Started making trouble in the neighborhood.
You said it. So the classes, they're boring to Marnie. Marnie was, I think, under the impression she was going to learn about how to do witch stuff. It's just boring stuff and whatnot. But in one class, she uncovers that apparently there is a box, and on this box is the name as Cromwell, and it is locked. And you can't get into it, and it's a whole thing. And apparently, no one can get in that box. And all of the professors, the higher ups there, they're like, Marnie is going to be able to do this. And so, maybe we can get her to do it for us, and she can be on our team. It turns out they're baddies, and you need to know that.
we hate
They
that.
have some ulterior motives. And so all Marnie is trying to figure out is who is this S? Hey,
Who's that S?
who's that S?
Who's that S?
What the S?
It's big ass Cromwell.
That's exactly right. Get a big S. Get a big ass drink.
Big ass Cromwell.
That's exactly right. Shout out Spinks. So Marnie meets with one of her professors. She's not a baddie. She's Miss Periwinkle, and she looks and sounds.
Professor Periwinkle.
I'm sorry. And she looks and sounds.
You will not address her as anything except
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm very sorry.
I feel like the professor has made it very clear in this movie.
I'm sorry. And
you did. Sorry,
she
looks. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't
she
dare
looks
call
and
that.
sounds a whole lot like her grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Almost like they casted her to replace her
the
grandma, and then they
No,
pivoted
and
away.
almost like they had the whole wardrobe even for Debbie Reynolds, and they just were like, "You can do this, right? You're Debbie Reynolds.
It's
you were in
almost
My
like
Fair
Debbie
Lady."
Reynolds had a scheduling conflict and couldn't be in this movie, so they wrote a whole character to replace her. And then Debbie Reynolds found some wiggle room in her schedule to come be in a few scenes.
You talking about Joe Page?
Is this before or after Joe Page left the Wiggles?
Dude,
I don't
would-
know about Joe, but I do know Greg Page.
Greg Page.
Left the
Joe
Wiggles.
Page is a son of a bee.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
Greg Page
Page
did leave the Wiggles in this year
same year,
of our Lord 2006.
2006. We are 20,000 years in the future,
It's
guys.
pretty cool.
22,000.
And the Wiggles are still thriving. And that's what you need to know.
I'm thriving.
That's 202,006 is how you would say that, I believe.
It doesn't.
22,000. And yes, we're 200,000 years in the future.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I
Time
quit.
travelers.
I quit.
Professor Periwinkle tells Marnie
Keeps us
what
from having
the
to give you a
S
severance.
what the S stands for. It stands for Splendora.
Splendora.
Apparently, Periwinkle and Splendora, they were very good friends, and that's all she's going to tell her about that. She's not going to give her any
Fair.
for it. She's not ready for it.
I
Come
made a
back to me when you're ready.
I made a promise.
Come
Not ready.
back to me when you're ready.
I promised Splendora I would not talk about Splendora. First rule of Splendora, don't talk
We don't
about
talk
her.
about Bruno or Splendora.
And then second, if you don't know what you need to know, I can't help you.
That's right.
Come back when you know what
if you
need
don't
to know.
know, go and know, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
So she's not as helpful as you would hope, but she gives her
Yeah.
something. So she
The movie would end if she was any more helpful.
That's right. So she realizes I'm going to have to go to the Cromwell Library. I'm going to have to do all this research.
Yeah.
I know who
Cromwell
can help
wing
me.
of the library,
Yes.
yeah.
And I know who can help me. It's Dylan, my brother Dylan.
My
brother Dylan.
He's been speed reading.
He's been speed reading. He comes in there and he's giving him, reads all the stuff. And turns out, apparently, the box contains the gift. And it's like a magical power that
Gift with
only.
a capital G.
That's right. That only the Cromwells can use, which Splendora locked in a box
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago. What's that, about 1,000 years? Was that the start of Halloweentown?
What?
It was.
Is it somehow related?
Somehow Marnie's even more part of the Halloweentown lore than we even imagined.
And her mom was trying to keep her from it in the first movie.
Wow.
Wild.
Don't you won't.
Still kind of trying to keep her from
Yes,
it.
she's still not thrilled about
Hasn't
it.
learned a single lesson.
She goes back and forth depending on
She
the movie.
does, depending on
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
You're right.
She does.
So, the people in power, they're baddies. They don't want them to learn about what's inside the box. They want all the contents of the box for themselves, and they're trying to figure out a way to do it. And so they decide the Sinister Sisters are going to they're going to try to use Dylan to try to get Marnie to help them open up that box.
Every time you say Sinister Sisters, my brain just goes Angelica, Eliza.
I know.
Angelica.
Every time, and I'm like,
And Peggy.
And
and
Peggy.
Peggy.
I think you're talking about what's their
The
name?
Schuyler sisters?
Where did I write? It's
Sapphire?
Scarlet, Sapphire, and Sage.
And Sage. It works out well.
Yeah.
Look out for that parody on our socials.
The Sinister Sisters.
Lin-Manuel Miranda stole from Return to
He sure
Halloween.
did. He sure did. He knows what he did. He knows what he did.
Did he steal from history? No. He stole from Disney.
Okay, so with the help of Periwinkle, Marnie's able to travel back to the past to 1,000 years ago.
She
Before
finally is ready to know what
she's
she
ready
doesn't
to know.
That's
That's
right.
exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And
She meets her grandmother.
yeah, right. Well, hold on. Right before
Spoilers.
spoiler. Right before
You're this far
Halloweentown.
in because you're watching along. Is that what's going on?
That's right. You're listening.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So
right,
things weren't so great.
22,006.
Things weren't so great before the founding of Halloweentown. There were like slaves and stuff, and so she goes and she meets Splendora, and she learns about the gift. And Splendora explains that the gift is this like necklace that the wearer of it can control anyone, which a power that witches have been forbidden to use, and the power can tempt a good witch to turn bad. It can tempt them.
Can make those good witches go bad.
That's exactly right. And so she does not think that this should be out in the open. And turns out Splendora is revealed, as Dan mentioned, to be Marnie's grandmother.
Sorry, I spoiled that for all of you guys.
Aggie.
My B.
She doesn't like the name Splendora. She's going to drop it eventually. And
she says once this coronation is over and I'm the queen, and I can stop being queen. I'm going to go by my middle name, Agatha. Just be good old Aggie Cromwell.
And so,
at which point Marnie starts to cry.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, your name is Aggie?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on to have the best granddaughter.
And so, yes,
I'm the best.
I'm the best. And so,
I'm Allie.
I'm Allie. And so she gives Marnie the key to the box and is like,
what better way to hide it than
than put it into the
I've
future.
successfully held on to this for 1,000 years. I've been responsible. I've maintained its power to give everyone equal opportunity. You are responsible. You are capable. I'm entrusted. I've done it for 1,000 years.
Well, she hasn't done it for 1,000 years at that point.
No, she hasn't done it for 1,000 years.
She's done it for longer than 10 seconds.
Well, yes, but she says, what better way to make sure that it stays secure for 1,000 years than give it to you and you'll be in the future.
And she gets it and holds on to it for
ever.
Mere milliseconds.
It is immediately stolen. That is true, and that's unfortunate.
Pop.
She gets back to the future, and
those teachers were spying on her dorm room.
Yes. So knowing that
maybe not above board.
knowing that only a Cromwell can use the gift, the Sinister Sisters transform Dylan into a dog. Which
obviously,
and their hope here is Marnie is going to come and help and try. She would do anything to make sure that her
because
brother
what
doesn't
you need to
turn
know
into a
is
dog.
that any spell in effect on Halloween night becomes permanent at midnight.
Right.
So if he is a dog at midnight on Halloween, dog forever.
Did we say, and I just tuned out, that the only way to destroy the amulet
is a power of three?
3 Cromwells.
Yes.
Have to destroy it together.
The power
Keep
of
that
3.
in mind.
It's the power of 3.
Wish we could get 3 Cromwells in one room.
That'd be tough.
I would like that.
Debbie Reynolds available?
No.
Nah.
So
where's Sophie at?
If Dylan is not turned back by midnight, he's going to stay a dog forever, like a dog. So they agree to return him to his natural form if Marnie basically controls Halloweentown for them and gets everybody to be slaves again. So pretty dark stuff here in Return to Halloweentown. So Marnie
enlists the help of her family and Jeannie.
Yes. But Marnie agrees to help them, knowing obviously it's a trap. And she begins to control people, and they are all like, see, she's doing it.
Yeah,
but
she
then,
very specifically only curses her mom, brother, and Anisha.
That's right.
Yes.
Jeannie and Anisha.
Yeah.
Janisha.
And Jeannie, uses her lamp to trap it in, which is wonderful.
And then she throws the lamp in the air.
And Marnie, Dylan, and Mom destroy the lamp
together, which is a plan that they had worked on.
Yes. The leaders, realizing that they done goofed, they try to leave, but Periwinkle stops them and reveals that she's been an undercover secret agent for all these years. And she is going to strip them of their magic and arrest them.
An agent in the Anti-Dominion League.
Which I didn't know. I didn't know it was on the table.
I would also just like to point out Periwinkle's track record. She's been on this one case for the last 1,000 years.
Yeah. She's crushing
on the
it.
case.
She's crushing it.
She's on
Things have been safe until now.
Yeah. So
she's just been undercover for 1,000 years.
Have we had any instances? No.
So basically, at the end of it, Marnie finds out that Ethan is now immortal. He gave up his powers after the third movie, and I guess they're going to be a thing. And then we find out that she did not really destroy the gift at all. Instead, she put it inside of a book
and gave it to
Dylan, because she can trust Dylan. And didn't tell him that. Let him figure that out on his own when he was just doing some.
I hope that book that
reading.
she magicked the amulet inside. I hope that wasn't a book he needed.
Well, it's got a glowing S
By
on
the fact
outside.
that we've not had one in 10 years, I feel like it's going well. I feel like he's doing a good job, right? There
You
would
think
be
so.
no reason.
There's no update.
Yeah. No news is good news.
No news is good news
Right?
when it comes to Halloweentown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to assume they're doing okay. And that's Halloween. That's Return to Halloweentown.
We did it.
Everybody.
We did it.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we will talk about this movie a little bit more, share our thoughts on it, see where it lands on our rankings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm especially interested in where it lands with all the other ones. We'll see. All that on the other side of the break here on
Decom
Descendants. What is it?
Decom Descendants.
I was going to join in and then got thrown off by Day.
Of course you were. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
You were going to join in late.
Yeah.
Welcome back to
I was going to do a
Decom.
bit.
You were going to join in on calm.
I was going to do a bit where I'm
Decom
late and then I didn't know where you were going. and
Decom Descendants. Sometimes I
my
say deck to
brain
homework.
tried to be like, should I pick up on what bit Dan's doing? And then I was like, I
It's
don't
a fun bit where you almost say deck to homework.
Welcome back
I've been
to
working on it
Decom.
for years.
Got it.
Decom Descendants.
I got some Letterboxd reviews if you want.
love to hear it.
Logan Van
It's
Winkle.
the Decom Descendants.
That's right.
Delish,
Logan. Well, this is
Comchat, Letterbox,
well, this is a part of overtime.
Overtime.
This is a part of overtime. It's a part of it.
Decom Descendants.
Logan Van Winkle says 1 star. There's a scene where Dylan is explaining something incredibly important to the plot, but the sound mixing is so bad that you literally can't hear a
Yep.
GD word that he's saying.
That's true.
That's true. It's very confusing, and I don't know why they did it. Sam Dossett says 1 star, and you all complained about Rise of Skywalker being a terrible end of a franchise.
Wow. People are angry at this movie.
Lucifer's left nut says 4 stars. Jesse McCartney's song being played while flying on a broom made this go from a 2-star to a 4-star masterpiece.
I got to be honest. First of all, great review. Second of all, I need to know what Lucifer's right nut thinks.
Well, yeah, I think we all do. But you don't tell the left know what the right nut's
That's right.
doing.
No.
Leighton Trent says 1.5. There's bad, and then there's Lester Pace, our lead actress from the previous 3 films, and the 4th installment of our Disney Channel original movie series, bad. Leighton didn't like it. Marissa says 1.5. This literally could have been the best one if they didn't recast Marnie, and if Grandma Aggie was in it for more than 30 seconds. The lack of Debbie Reynolds and the presence of an imposter is truly killer of Halloween
I
spirits.
get the feeling that is the pervasive thought of most everyone that loves the original.
Grace says 2 stars. This Marnie has the worst Rory Gilmore energy, like which you is her Yale. You nailed that, Grace. 100%.
Yes.
And then Kylie says 2 stars. What we deserved was a movie about Sophie's time in Halloweentown, learning her magic, not whatever this
said that.
was.
We
So,
agree.
what are our thoughts on it? Do we align with many of the Letterboxd users, or are we more on Lucifer's left nuts side of things, where Jesse McCartney can heal all wounds?
All wounds.
I'll start with you, Aaron. What'd you think as the biggest of the Halloweentown fans?
That's right.
Among
You're the
us?
only one that still has this in their top 10. Do you have this in the top 10?
Halloweentown.
Halloweentown is 10.
Yeah, OG.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you think about this one?
I am a bit on the side of most of these Letterboxd reviews.
Halloweentown's 10 for me too. Sorry, go ahead.
This is a tough movie to rank because
Is it a tough nut to crack?
no,
A left nut to crack?
it's a right nut actually.
Oh, wow.
If Kimberly J. Brown was Marnie, this would be probably my second favorite Halloweentown. Actually, I don't know if that's true. It's so hard. Like if they had, I feel like if they had the similar writers or the same writers and Kimberly J. Brown, this would probably be my second favorite after the first one. What's tough here is that you have characters. It almost feels like this wasn't meant to be the final one. Like the characters have gone back on a lot of their character growth. Sarah Paxton, I assume, never watched a Halloweentown movie, which is weird knowing how old she was in 2006, because she just doesn't continue the Marnie that I knew and loved. I mean, there may be some varying opinions on that, but I mean, the opening shot is Marnie sitting in her bed, going through all of her clothes, deciding, what's still cool for her to wear, painting her nail. It was just this like, whereas Kimberly J. Brown as Marnie was really just like, I like what I like. Halloween is cool. I know that I'm weird. I roll with it. And so it was just weird to see this kind of, it just felt right from the get-go that this was a different type of Marnie. Her relationship with her brother is different. I don't know. Maybe it's different if you don't see them for a year, but as we've just watched the other three recently, it just felt off to me. Plot wise, I think it's fine. I think we do need more grandma. I'm sad that Aggie's not in this more, that we get bargain Aggie with Periwinkle. I think once Aggie did join the cast, we could have changed Periwinkle's character a little bit to make it more of, a step away from being an Aggie replacement. But I mean, I like it, and I think there are parts of it that make sense in the Halloweentown world, but it is hard for me to fully enjoy it because, like, almost just give me a Witch University movie and don't tell me it's Halloweentown. But because you tried to put it in this world that I've already watched 3 movies, grown to know and love those characters, and you just kind of tilted it a little bit. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, I'm with you, Aaron. It's a weird one because this is a strong Halloweentown universe movie. It's just, she's just not Marnie. You can't do that to people. We've become attached, and you can't do that. So it's tough because this, if Kimmy J was in this might be my favorite Halloweentown movie. But without Kimmy J, I'm left confused about what to do with this. I think the movie as a whole works better if it just takes place inside the universe, and she's not Marnie. Mm-hmm. And because I think Sarah Paxton's great. I think
I love Sarah Paxton.
I think she's really fun, but she's not Marnie. And that's not nothing. You can't. I think they grossly underestimated how attached we were to Kimberly J. Brown as Marnie. She's our Marnie.
They certainly grossly underestimated people that watched it when they were teenagers. Yeah. I mean, who do you think you're fooling? These people, 7.5 million people watch this movie. They're not going to know that Kimberly J. Brown isn't Marnie in the movie. Like, they're going to be pissed.
So this is tough because I did really enjoy this movie, and I have a feeling this is going to be one of those ones that ends up moving up on my list.
I think
the
so.
further away that I
further
get from it. But
for me.
today I'm a little bit bent out of shape about it, and I don't really know what to do about that. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at. Dano?
I'm not trying to echo the sound of anyone's echo here, but the reality of this movie is that it is a fitting sequel to Halloweentown. I don't think it's better than the first one. Robin Thomas twist, actually the villain, a lot of practical effects. That movie's kind of an all-timer. This movie is far and away the second best plot of any Halloweentown movie. Far and away, in my opinion. I'm probably still going to have it second because of how much better it is than the other 2 plots. But if you grew up watching Halloweentown with Kimberly J. Brown and Debbie Reynolds, and you got this and were told it was Halloweentown, I can imagine you'd be pretty upset. That was not me. Sarah Paxton is lovely. She's wonderful. She's better than 90% of DCOM leads.
Yes.
She's not better than Kimberly J. Brown.
And that's the tough part.
She's not. I don't care that I don't care that they replaced an actor. They replaced the actor with someone not as good. The movie, though, it is a worthy sequel, a better sequel than Return or Calabar's Revenge or Halloweentown High. So props to a movie that should never have been made with a cast that should never have been in it, still making better use of the Halloweentown premise, in my opinion, than Calabar's Revenge or Halloweentown High. But make no mistake, those 2 movies are awful. This movie has a cast that doesn't fit. So none of them are going to be very high on my list because they all have a fatal flaw to them. The fatal flaw of this movie is you took the soul out of the movie. I like Debbie Reynolds and Kimberly J. Brown are the soul of this franchise, and you took them out. I'm not offended on a personal level, like I think a lot of the reviews were, like I think Aaron and Bran.
Personal.
Or like anyone that were teenagers that I'm not like, whatever, do what you got to do. These movies are cheap and they're making you a lot of money. I think it hurts what the movie's supposed to be. So yeah, it's my second favorite. It's my second favorite of the Halloweentown movies, but it's not good.
I will say, like, having access to internet and having, like, now with Instagrams and stuff like that, where stars can have their own platform.
Right.
I think a lot of the, like, rumors back in 2006 was that Kimberly had passed on this movie.
Well, that's even what it says on Wikipedia still to this day is a quote from producer Sherry Singer, who says recasting of Marnie was not something that we wanted to do. We could not come to terms that we felt were fair. We just weren't able to. We couldn't make the deal work. That's why Kimberly J. Brown was recast. We did not want to do it.
And so, Kimberly maintains that she wasn't contacted.
Yeah, I tend to
she said situation.
I would probably side with the actor in this case compared to the big.
Because we don't know who he's talking about making a deal with.
But also the big bad Disney they weren't firm on it. They didn't go, we reached out to Kimberly J. Brown on these dates. If they would have the proof.
They would have the proof that they had reached out and said something.
They said it was tough to recast. That is not a lie. What they said there was, we decided to recast, and it was tough to do because she's so iconic.
Well, they say we couldn't make the deal work. What does that mean?
In their head, they had a budget, so they didn't reach out because they knew that the way they saved money was to recast it. So like they're speaking Hollywoodese there. That's what they're doing.
It is nice having that. And the other thing I was thinking about, as you guys are both giving your overtime.
Here's some more information. In 2024, Singer further explained that Brown and her team came to contract negotiations with a list of unusual perks. She further explained, quote, she wanted a rich deal. It wasn't astronomical, but I think she wanted her mother to get a shot at writing the story or getting a producer credit. Had limits on what publicity she could do, wouldn't do, and what she wanted to get paid. There were just some things that at the time felt overreaching, and she didn't budge.
I got to be honest, that is a little bit more damning. I mean, I don't think there's enough there, but clearly Kimberly J. Brown has not come out to be like, that's a lie, I'm suing you for libel.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
It's juicy though.
And actually like watch the interview.
Because
I still wonder if maybe before they had because this sounds like before a script was written.
But that's a claim that is very much documentable. Like that's a claim that says we have documentation to prove this if you want to go that way.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm on the side of Kimberly J. Brown.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to read more. At that point, it's now a little more wishy-washy. I'm more wishy at this point.
Oh, he's more wishy.
I know, right?
You're more washy.
I'll do a deep dive later this afternoon when you guys are moving on to your next recording.
Okay, fair enough.
I love it.
And by recording, I mean movie.
Let's get to our rankings of where we're going to put this one, and also if anything has changed in our top 10s, assuming that this one doesn't make it into our top 10s. Aaron?
Yeah, so this movie is going to be further down on my list as of right now because I am taking the replacement of Kimberly J. Brown so incredibly personally.
Personal.
It's personal to me.
And I think there are times in series where, contracts fall through, scheduling doesn't work, and you have to replace a character. It would have been nice if Sarah had tried to mimic her Marnie, at least personality-wise, along the lines of Kimberly J. Brown. The fact that she never even opens up the handbook to find out she can't do magic on campus, like Marnie would be all over that. Marnie lives for Halloweentown lore. Like, I feel like if she didn't know that Splendora was Agatha, like I feel like she would have at least known there was a Splendora in her family tree. There's just a lot of like, I don't know, Sarah Paxton's portrayal of Marnie just felt like, I don't know, like I don't know what's going on with this. I didn't know how like which university was built on my family's castle, like all this stuff where she was just like, this is news to me. Oh well, and it just like it's just hard for me to then be like, well. Yes, I think the plot is a really good plot, and I would rank it higher. But how they portray the plot to me, I don't love it. So it is going to debut as the lowest Halloweentown on my list.
Wow.
Wow. I also can't get behind the her and Ethan romance plot line. Like that you just wanted Lucas to come back because he was a bigger Disney star at this point. High School Musical is out. High School Musical 2 is coming out in a year. Like he has some star power.
How long are we talking here? Like you say you said it's the fourth over. My bad. I'm sorry.
It's the fourth. It's fourth.
It's the lowest of the four.
Of the Halloween Towns. So it's coming in just behind Gotta Kick It Up right now at 34 for me. And
it sounds like something's about to fall.
Oh my God. We're fine.
Sheesh. Command strips weren't the ticket.
Command strips weren't the ticket.
They weren't the ticket.
Who knew?
Who knew it?
Who knew it would be?
Wouldn't be Command Strips.
Command Strips.
Your lowest Halloweentown's 34?
Yeah. Yep. So 34. I have Halloweentown High at 31, Halloweentown 2 at 25, and then Halloweentown, the original, at 10. So that's where I have them right now. I may, as we get a little further from it and the sharp pain of no Kimberly J. Brown fades a little bit, I can reassess the plot. But right now it's just, you wanted to make another one and you didn't quite hit the mark. So my top 10 has not changed. 10, Halloweentown. 9, Get a Clue. 8, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. 7, Phantom of the Megaplex. 6, Smart House. 5, Johnny Tsunami. 4, Right on Track. 3,
Right on Track. Right on Track.
3, Cadet Kelly. 2, High School Musical. And number 1, Motocross.
I am notoriously lower on Halloweentown than most and everybody here on this here podcast.
Aside from the original, I think I'm lower on the rest of them than you. But I'm fascinated to see.
So I have the original Halloweentown at 29.
Yeah, that's crazy town.
So I'm not high on it. I've never been super high on it. I do have Return to Halloweentown lower than that. I have a feeling it's going to jump above it in later.
Than the original?
Yeah. I think it's a better movie.
That's
crazy. I currently also have it at 34, which is a coinky dink. I have Alley Cat Strike at 33, and I have True Confessions at 35. So it's right between those flicks. My top 10 has also not changed.
Where are the other Halloween towns? Calabar's Revenge and Halloween High.
Calabar's Revenge is 43, and where is Halloweentown High?
It's not even on there.
No, it's got to be on there somewhere. I'll get back. Oh, I'm sorry, 55.
Okay. Your top 10 hasn't changed.
My top 10 hasn't changed. Phantom at 10, a Full Court Miracle at 9, Smart House at 8, Eddie's at 7, his cook-off. Cadet Kelly at 6, Get a Clue at 5, High School Musical at 4, Motocross at 3, Johnny Tsunami at number 2, and the greatest movie of all time, Brink at number 1.
So aside from Halloweentown 1, which I just think is a really solid DCOM, and I have at 10, I'm lower on the rest of these than you.
Okay.
I have Return to Halloweentown premiering at 46. 46.
Boy.
And it is still the highest of the other ones.
Boy, ho, boy.
I have Calabar's Revenge at 47, and I have Halloween High at 51.
Wow.
So all three of those movies don't crack the top 45. My top 10 has not changed. 10, Halloweentown. 9, Full Court Miracle. 8, Scream Team. 7, Get a Clue. 6, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. 5, Phantom of the Megaplex. 4, Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. 3, Johnny Tsunami. 2, Cadet Kelly. And number 1, not going anywhere, Motocross.
We did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. We are taking the week off next week. Hey. Memorial Day. Take the week off. And we'll be back the first week of June with Jump In. It's going to be a lot of fun. The return, Dan, of Corbin Blue.
High School Musical.
High School Musical.
Yes. Kiki Palmer.
And Kiki Palmer.
Love Kiki Palmer.
Not the return of Kiki Palmer, but
this is
the introduction of Kiki Palmer.
This is a big movie.
I'm
very excited to watch it with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come on back for that. Until then,
DCOM
please.
DCOM Descendants is a Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and the Bramble Jam Podcast Network Studios. And that Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah!
For more information on DCOM Descendants, follow us on the web, DCOMpodcast.com. Follow us on the socials at DCOM Descendants. To watch us watch these movies live, BrambleJamPlus.com or TakeTheTape.com. Leave us a review.